Hi, I'm Chris with Carnival Cruise Line, and this is episode 247 of Yakety-Yak, straight from the Yak's mouth. John Heald, Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, posts on his Facebook page where you can ask him questions. He answers the questions, we read the questions and the answers, we take the cool, the funny, the weird, the lies, the myths, and we put them here for you. So on today's episode, we're talking about, can we get a compostable straw versus those things? I tipped my cabin steward a little extra. Does he have to share that? Why don't the ice buckets in the room actually keep ice? Tracy Arm Fjord is now Endicott Arm. What happens to the excursions I paid for? And the Carnival legend. The self-service laundry. Is that coin or is that sail and sign card?
And this is straight from the Yak's mouth.
All right, question one. This cruiser asked if Carnival can move to compostable straws for their drinks. The candy ones not only change the flavor of the drink, but they're also messy, they're sticky, and they're pure sugar. Most of all the destination spots use compostable normal straws. John said, I don't know if we've looked into this or not, but he will definitely add the request to the report. So tell us, put it in the comments. Do you guys like the candy straws? Do you not? I know we don't. We live in Fort Myers and they actually banned straws at the beach locations. All of the resorts down there are now using compostable straws. They tried the paper straws. That's the worst freaking thing ever. But even on land, they use the same ones. So I don't know why Carnival doesn't switch to those because, I don't know, those candy straws, they're nasty. Nasty, 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 nasty. Question two. This cruiser wanted to know if they give an extra tip to their cabin steward, do they have to share it? John said, no, they don't. They may actually give a little bit of it to their assistant who also helps clean the rooms with them, but they're not required to, and they do not have to split it with all of the cabin attendants, room stewards, whatever you like calling them. So if you like to give them a little bit of extra tip, and because, they do an amazing job, they can keep it, and they might likely give a little bit to their assistant. Speaking of like, if you like what you see and you enjoy cruising content, please like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate that. Question three. This cruiser was wondering why the ice buckets in the room don't actually keep ice that long. Why don't they use ones like a Yeti cup or maybe a different material so it actually holds ice for an extended period of time? John said he's actually never heard this comment before. That's surprising. He said you can always ask your cabin steward for more ice, but I don't know. And I can tell you, it is true. My guess is because they're metal buckets, it doesn't insulate anything. It just makes it melt quicker. We actually put ours in the refrigerator or the cooler, and that definitely makes it last a lot longer. And a lot of times we just don't want to bother our room steward to get more ice, and we can't get it ourselves, so we'll run up to Lido, grab a couple cups, or Liz brings a big tumbler with her. We'll fill those up with ice and add it to it. But I agree. I mean, the ice buckets, they don't hold ice very long. Question four. This cruiser is going to Alaska and their itinerary changed from Tracy Arm to Endicott Arm and wanted to know what to do with their excursion they've already paid for. They purchased the Fjord Explorer when it was Tracy Arm. This actually happened to us. We're going in July. So we had an excursion booked to get off the ship onto a smaller boat and then get closer to the glacier. But now we're going to be doing that in Endicott Arm. John said, if your cruise starts May 15th or later, your tour will automatically be swapped over. If you're cruising before then, it will be refunded because that tour does not operate until May 15th. So if you're going to Alaska and you're doing the Explorer tour, then don't worry, they will absolutely switch it over as long as it's after May 15th. Last question. This cruiser is going on the Carnival Legend for a transatlantic cruise and wanted to know if the self-service laundry on board was coin operated or if you get to use your sail and sign card because they're transatlantic, you're going to be on there a while, you're not going to be able to pack enough. You're going to have to do laundry. John said, it's easy. You just use your sail and sign card. So none of them are coin operated anymore. They all went to the sail and sign card. So that will make life a lot easier for you. That's been episode 247 of Yakety-Yak, straight from the Yak's mouth. Thanks for watching. Please take care.